I am Richa Shiromani. I am the Managing Director of Vantage Consulting. We are a premier provider of talent management solutions with a strong focus on improving workplace diversity, equality and inclusion. As a startup, we have managed to secure a solid base in the recruitment market, especially in the US BPO space. We soon plan to expand into other markets, market niches and also in other geographies. These are all essential qualities in a recruiter. Actually, I was reading sometime before, there's this LinkedIn report which says almost like that women make up of 42% of global workforce in recruiting, which is pretty decent number. But they are still underrepresented in leadership roles, even though they are in the recruitment industry. With 31% of top leadership positions only in recruitment are held by women. So that is not representative of equality. But despite all of these challenges, women have succeeded in the recruitment industry. They have become, influential leaders in the field. And we, as a women-centric organization, we someday, hope to wield as much influence. As recruiters, we see that despite the strength that women have, they still face substantial challenges, and the main challenge that they face is lack of leadership. Seriously, in role they have limited opportunities for career advancement and professional growth. A lot of that can be attributed to the lack of flexibility in most workplaces. Women face unconscious bias. They face discrimination in the recruitment process. This can impact their chances of being hired and also promoted. And even though most of the job profiles now do say, there is improving gender equality and access to education, economic independence and healthcare, this has to be a three-pronged approach at a policy level. And at the organization level and an individual level also, we have to have a focus on this. There has to be some government intervention. Government has to ensure that girls have equal access to opportunities, education, healthcare. But as an employer, what we can do is we can ensure that we hire people based on their aptitude and skill and not based on gender. And get rid of the unconscious bias that women will not be able to provide them the number of hours. Yes, maybe sometimes they won't, but the other times they're going to put in that much more. That is my personal experience. And in recent years, there has been a significant shift in the gender diversity. There's a lot of awareness, there's a lot of inclusion in the workplace. But many organizations are taking the steps. We cannot deny that they are taking the steps to create a more level playing field for women. And in our firm, being a recruiting firm in Vantage, we have the unique opportunity to push this agenda forward, to consciously hire more suitable women candidates for the roles that we are able to fill. So as individuals, we need to provide a supportive environment, challenge the biases, and all the discrimination that appear in our own lives. And we need to create that supportive environment. And we can also support women-based businesses. I recently read somewhere that amongst the top 500 companies worldwide, only 4% are led by women CEOs. Though nowadays we do see a lot of forwards and a lot of coverage on the women who are becoming CEOs, but it's only 4%. That's a very, very discouraging statistic. And a key reason to this disbalance is not just the lack of equal opportunities for women at the recruitment level, but also the fact that companies don't provide women-friendly work culture. And as employers, we need to not just actively recruit women employees, but we also need to build them up as leaders, give them the flexibility that is required for them to thrive. And I'm proud to say that in Equavantage, we try our best to do that. We are a women-centric team. We have about 14 members. In that, 11 of us are women, and I believe that when women see other women in leadership positions, they have successful female leaders to look up to and learn from, they are more likely to pursue leadership positions themselves. And our team is headed almost entirely by a strong female leadership who provide mentorship and support our young employees. And Equavantage, we also want to build up skills that they require to become future leaders. We want to do a lot of training on strategic thinking, effective communication, decision making, all of that. But other than employers, even the members of society also, they have. Equity means being fair, being impartial, and bringing impartial access and opportunities and advancements for different people. And it's all about creating a fair playing field. This can be done by providing the right amount of support to those who need it. And at Equavantage Consulting, we try to embrace the spirit of equity by offering flexible timings to our recruiters who have multiple responsibilities to juggle at home. Also, our leave policy is rather generous, I feel, and it's very flexible, and it's particularly helpful to a couple of our employees who have some difficult circumstances at home, and they are the primary caregivers for ailing family members. And I think that is something that we want to be very acutely aware of, and provide as much support as we can for it. We firmly believe that our team brings in their best work, and they showcase their responsibility and accountability when we give them the support. So when we give them the freedom, we see the responsibility. Frankly speaking, we all have biases at some level or the other, conscious, unconscious. We all have biases, and that can always impact our decisions and actions. So we need to be aware of these biases. We need to address these biases. It's essential to creating a more equitable society. And individuals and organizations can do this by engaging in an unconscious bias training. You need to be aware of it. Some people are not even aware of these things. So when we do an unconscious bias training, become one of my favorite questions actually. For women who are seeking to be entrepreneurs, I would like to say there is literally no age to take up entrepreneurship. You just follow your passion and be open to learning. I myself have done a full career shift from a project management corporate world to entrepreneurship, and all I do is follow my passion. I am open to learning. So just learn every day, become the best version of yourself. Don't be afraid of hard work, and don't be afraid of failure. Consistently show up. Consistency is the key. Every day you show up. That is the key, I feel. And when you become good at what you're doing, then the money, accolade, everything else just follows. So your main thing should be that just follow your passion, be open to learning, and be there every day. I thank CEO Magazine for giving us the opportunity to connect with a wider audience, and I really applaud your magazine for your dedication towards welcoming diverse perspectives and experiences, and for promoting gender equality and increasing diversity in leadership in these kind of areas. I have seen consistently that you have addressed these topics, and you have interviewed women in various industries which really brings about the awareness. And so with magazines like yours bringing a strong focus on diversity, equity and inclusion, I really hope that we can all soon live in a world that is fairer and more equitable for everyone. So happy Women's Day, and continue the good work.